And welcome back, everybody. Marty DeCamper here with you courtside at Kaskaskia College as we are ready for tip-off here between game number 2. The Kaskaskia Blue Devils come in with a record of 10 wins and 5 losses against the Wabash Valley Warriors, coming in with a record of 8 wins and 4 losses. First, let's take a look at the starters for Wabash. Starting at guard, a 6'3" sophomore. Out of Chicago, Illinois, number 2, Gary Clay. At guard, a 6'6" sophomore, also out of Chicago, this Chicago Hillcrest. Number 5, Jacoby Hetty. At guard, a 6'5" freshman from Jeffersonville out of Louisville, Kentucky. Number 13, Brandon Razor Moore. At forward, a 6'6" sophomore from Romeoville, Illinois, number 32, Trayton Trice. And at center, a 6'9" sophomore from Madisonville, Kentucky, North Hopkins High School, number 3, Kashawn Casey. The Warriors are coached by Isaac Wodajo. Take a look at the Blue Devils, the starting lineup. Starting at guard, a 6'5" sophomore out of Miami, Florida, number 1, Emmanuel Prosper. At forward, a 6'6" sophomore from South Bend, Indiana, number 4, Jalen Petty. At guard, a 6-foot sophomore from McKenna, Illinois, number 5, J.R. Jones. At guard, a 6'4" sophomore out of Louisville, Kentucky, number 11, Xavion Jackson. And at forward, a 6'6" freshman from Chicago, Illinois, number 32, Caleb Jenkins. Blue Devils are coached by Brian Hancock. They are 2-3 in their last 5 games played, as they look to end on a winning note here before Christmas break. It is going to be Jenkins against Razor Moore in the center circle, and KC wins that one. And J.R. Jones will bring it up across half court. He goes right side over to Jackson. Jackson going to pull up for 3. That one's going to be short off the front of the iron. And the long rebound ran down by Caleb Jenkins, and now they're going to call him on the double dribble. And Wabash will take over. Man-to-man defense started out here by the Blue Devils. Clay with it, now left side over to Hetty. Hetty looking inside. Bounce pass underneath. In there to Casey. Casey making his way to the basket. That one's up, no good. Jenkins with the rebound. Jenkins out to J.R. Jones, now over to Prosper. Prosper down the right side of the lane. That one's too hard. Casey with the rebound. Quick outlet. Now over to Razor Moore. Now it goes down to Hetty in the right baseline. Back up top to Brandon Razor Moore. Back to Hetty. Hetty on the right wing. Inside to Casey. Casey kicks it out, left baseline for three. That one up from Clay, no good. Ball tipped around. Wabash comes up with it. Hetty with it at the right, at the point. Driving down the left side of the lane, and we're going to have a whistle and a foul. Caleb Jenkins will pick up the first personal foul of the game. First personal, first team. And that'll send Jacoby Hetty to the free throw line. Still looking for the first points of the game. That one in and out. Hetty will toe the stripe one more time. And that one goes in. 1-0. Full court pressure by Wabash. They get it across over to J.R. Jones. Jones back out up top to Jackson. Jackson driving the lane. Shot up, no good. Jenkins there with the rebound and the putback. Blue Devils on the board. 2-1 with the lead. Clay with it. Now to Casey. Back to Clay. Over to Hetty. Hetty. Left side back over to Clay. Clay has it swiped away, then quickly ties it up there with J.R. Jones in the possession arrow. Oh, they're actually going to call a foul. That foul is going to go against Gary Clay. First personal, first team foul. Inbounds pass, Xavier Jackson. That one's short off the glass, no good. J.R. Jones keeps it alive, though. Now kicks it back out up top to Petty. Jones with it at the point. Jones dribbles to the left, now back up top to Petty. Underneath to Jenkins. Jenkins puts it up and in for two. Four to 1. Clay brings it across half court. Out to Trice. Trice underneath to Hetty. Hetty trapped down in the lower block. Dribbles into the lane, now getting around, now kicks it back out up top to Clay. 10 seconds on the shot clock. Back up top to Hetty. Down to 5. Hetty, pull up jumper, and he drops that one in. Good patience there by Wabash. Prosper with it. Prosper hands it off over to Jones. Jones to Jackson. Jackson out to Prosper, down to the baseline, pull-up jumper, and he's fouled on the shot. Foul is going to go against number 2. That'll be Clay's second personal. Second team foul. Donovan Jones set to check in. Manuel Prosper will go to the free throw line. Prosper makes the first one. And checking in the game for the Blue Angels, number 23, Tim Taiwo. Prosper makes them both. 6-3. Blue Devils on top. Inside, they go to Casey. Casey now kicks it out up top to Jones. Jones from the top of the key for 3, no good. Prosper with the rebound. Prosper on the run, pulls up at the arc. Now throws it back out up top. They'll reset. Petty will hand it off to Jones. J.R. Jones dribbles over to the right side. Jones on the move for the Blue Devils, kicks it out to Taiwo. Taiwo back out to J.R. Jones for three, count it. 9-3. Donovan Jones for Wabash, brings it across. Now hands it off to Hetty. Hetty at the point. Almost had that one taken away. Hetty drives now into traffic. And we're gonna have a whistle and a foul. That one's gonna go. Gonna go against Caleb Jenkins. He'll pick up his second team foul. And that's gonna send Jacoby Hetty to the free throw line. Couple substitutions coming in here. Hetty makes the first one. Into the game for the Warriors, number 23, Deshaun Nettles, 6'8" sophomore out of Cleveland, Ohio. And checking into the game for the Blue Devils, number 15, a 6'6" freshman from Plant City, Florida, Ezric Dawson.
Don't back up.
Hetty makes them both, 4-point game. Full court pressure being applied. Taiwo over to Prosper. Prosper trying to get it over to Dawson cutting. And that one's deflected by one of the Warriors. Now quickly they come back on the other end. Three-pointer up and no good. Rebound picked up there by Deshaun Nettles of Wabash, and he puts it in. 9-7. Jalen Petty. Jalen Petty. Full court pressure. Inbounds pass, they get it over to Jones. Jones takes it to the hole and lays it up off the glass. For the Blue Devils, J.R. Jones. Now he's gonna work on defense, going against Donovan Jones of Wabash. Over to Nettles. Nettles down into traffic. His shot up, no good. 22. And a great job there boxing out by the Blue Devils, and they'll take possession. So now loose ball on the floor. Taiwo with it. And now we're gonna have an over and back here. Unable to handle the basketball. 11-7. Jones throws it away. Petty, he comes down, he tries passing it, and Wabash comes up with it. Petty with it. Dribbles down the left side of the lane, and they're gonna call it travel. And now we got a player down for Wabash, slow to get up, and he's getting up on his own power there. Jacoby Hetty. Simon Wilson checking in the game for Hetty. He's gonna come out and get a breather. Simon Wilson is 6'4" sophomore from Mount Vernon, Illinois. Prosper. Over to Petty. Petty over to J.R. Jones. They get it across half court. Jones dribbles in, kicks it back out to Petty. Now back to J.R. Jones. Underneath to Dawson. Dawson working below the paint. Kicks it back out to Prosper. Prosper driving left baseline. Now kicks it right side over to Petty. Petty, pull-up jumper from 16, and he knocks that one down. Nice shot there by Jalen Petty. 13-7. Donovan Jones with it on the left side. Now back up top, over to Nettles. Nettles drives into the lane, count the bucket and the foul. Foul's going to go against J.R. Jones. First personal, third team. And we're going to have a media timeout, so we're going to take it with them. We'll be back after this message. Thirteen to 9. Blue Devils on top. Deshaun Nettles at the free throw line for Wabash. Coming out of the media timeout here in the first half. And that one's good. Jones to Petty. To Prosper, who brings it across the half-court line. Back to Xavier Jackson, who checked in at the timeout for the Blue Devils. Now to Jones. Back to Petty. Petty back to J.R. Jones around the screen. He puts it up for three. Count it. 16 to 10. Full court pressure. J.R. Jones working against Donovan Jones for Wabash. Now over to Nettles. Nettles pulls up right before the block. Back out to Jones. To Wilson for three. That one's no good. Jackson with the rebound. Jackson out to Petty. Petty back to Jackson. Back to Petty. Petty for three. Count it. Jalen Petty with the three. Puts them on top 19 to 10. And with that, Coach Wadajo wants a timeout. And it looks like he's going to take a 30-second break, so let's just talk about our corporate sponsors here. For the Kaskaskia College Sports Association, Munkin Chrysler, Jeep, Dodge, Ram, GMC, Chevrolet, Buick, Toyota, and Nissan. Serving the area since 1967. They now have 3 locations to serve you. Between Centralia and Mount Vernon, if you need insurance, contact Jack Graham, insurance agent. State Farm Insurance, 426 West Broadway, Centralia, Illinois. 618-533-2757. Coming out of the timeout, 19 to 9. Blue Devils on top. Hetty back into the game, as well as Kashawn Casey. Right away, they get it underneath Casey. His shot up, no good. The rebound, Blue Devils. And a quick pass from Prosper to Jalen Petty. He puts it up off the glass for 2. 21 to 10. Reisner Moore there working against Jackson. Now he takes it back at the point, and he tries to go between 2 defenders, and they're going to get KC on the foul. The foul's going to go against Jalen Petty. Petty with the first foul, first personal, 4th team foul here in the first half. Hetty with it, over to Nettles. Nettles down the lane, and he gets it, puts up off the glass. Jackson over to Jones. Now to Petty. Petty pull-up jumper. That one don't fall. Jackson with the rebound in the putback, no good. Loose ball picked up by Prosper. That one's too short off the rim. And then a battle underneath again for the rebound, and that one was between Jackson and I believe Brandon Reisner-Moore. And that's going to be his first personal on Moore. And that'll send Xavier Jackson to the free throw line. Jackson averaging about 10 points a game, shooting 62% from the charity stripe. That one's good. Second free throw up and no good. 11 minutes to go here in the first half of this contest. Blue Devils with a 10-point lead. Wilson with it at the point. Right side over to Reisner-Moore. Reisner-Moore pull-up jumper from the right elbow, no good. J.R. Jones with the rebound to Petty. Petty pulls up into the paint, and that floater drops in for two. Jalen Petty with a nice shot. 24-12. Reisner-Moore on the dribble, working against the Blue Devil pressure. Now left side over to Nettles. Nettles driving into the lane. Pull-up jumper from 6. That one's short. Loose ball picked up by J.R. Jones. Jones for the Blue Devil. Dribbles out of traffic to the right side. Bounce pass underneath. In there to Dawson. Three-point attempt by Jackson, no good. And J.R. Jones there with the rebound to put it back up and in for two. Petty with it. Dribbling into traffic, and he works his way to the basket and got that one to fall. Jones with it, now over to Petty. Petty to Prosper. Prosper. Up top to Dawson. Dawson back to Jones, back to Dawson. Dawson takes it low, working against Trice. Spin move to the right. Shot up, no good. Ball tipped around. Trice comes down with it. Or Casey, that is, sorry. And a steal by Prosper, and he gets it over to Ezric Dawson, who puts it up and in for two. Reisner-Moore. Driving to the basket, loses it, goes off of him, out of bounds. Marcellus Phillips, 6'5" freshman from New Madrid, Missouri, checking into the game for the Blue Devils. Now checking in, number 21, Malik Madison, 6'9" sophomore from Sacramento, California. As well as number 34, Tremere Fraley. Jackson going hard to the basket, shot up and blocked there by Malik Madison. And the ball goes out of bounds, so Blue Devils will keep it. Phillips over to Jones, back to Jackson. Jackson has the ball stripped out of his hands, but he battles for it, keeps it. Now back out top, J.R. Jones for three. That one's no good. Battle underneath for the rebound. Petty comes up with it. Petty out to Jackson. Shot clock reset. Right side over to Phillips. To Jackson. Jones underneath to Dawson. Dawson fakes him out, puts it up off the glass for two. Nice move there by Ezric Dawson. 30-14, Blue Devils on top. Clay dribbles over to the left side. Now to Wilson, to Hetty. Hetty looking for the screen, dribbles down left side of the lane, cuts through the traffic, battles through it, gets a shot up, no good, but he draws a foul. Foul is gonna go against J.R. Jones. Jones, second personal, 15 foul. Jacoby Hetty at the free throw line for the Warriors. That one's short off the front of the iron. Manuel Prosper will check back into the game. J.R. Jones will go to the bench for a breather. Hetty's second free throw is good. Oh, Petty trying to get it up the court, trying to hit Edric Dawson, and just threw it too high, well above his head. He would have been standing on like the third row of the bleachers to be able to catch that one. Clay brings it across. Over to Fraley. Fraley to Hetty, back to Clay. Clay driving left side of the lane, high off the glass, and that one goes in for 2. Prosper trying to get it into Jackson. Oh, and that one's almost taken away, but Jackson somehow come up with it. Prosper telegraphed that pass. Jackson, Euro step, puts it up and in. No, puts it up, no good. Malik Madison with the weak side rebound. Hetty dribbles to the right, cuts back down the center of the lane, and loses a handle on it. Goes out of bounds off of Wabash. Blue Devils will get the basketball. Phillips over to Jackson, back to Phillips. Now up top to Prosper. Prosper, bounce pass, left side, over to Petty. Oh, through the hands of Dawson. And here comes Wabash. Wabash gets it underneath, and a quick feed underneath to Malik Madison, and he puts it home with the puts a two-handed dunk. Petty to Phillips. Phillips hands it off now over to Prosper. Prosper right side to Jackson. Jackson wide open for 3, no good. Phillips with the rebound and the putback for 2. 32-19. Clay driving down. Shot up, no good, and we're going to have a whistle and a foul against the Blue Devils. And that one's going to go against Marcellus Phillips. And that'll be his first personal 16 foul, and immediate timeout on the floor. We'll be back. .6:01 to go here in the first half of play here at Kaskaskia College. Blue Devils on top, 32-19 over the Warriors from Wabash Valley. Gary Clay at the line shooting 2 for the Warriors. First one, too strong, no good. Second one is good. Phillips brings it across half court over to Prosper on the left wing. Prosper dribbling around the screen, now to the top to Dawson. Dawson back to Phillips. Back down to Dawson. Working down there against Madison. Kicks it back up top. Prosper down the lane through traffic. 3 arms up and There's a whistle and a foul. Foul is going to go against number 21, Malik Madison, first personal, 14 foul. Emmanuel Prosper will go to the free throw line. Averaging 10 points a game, 64% from the charity stripe, and that one's good. Substitution, Brandon Razor Moore back into the contest. And Prosper makes the second one, 34-20. Clay with it. Right side over to Hetty. Madison back to Clay. Clay at the free throw line, driving into traffic. Outlet pass over to Razor Moore. Now back to Hetty, 5 on the shot clock. And Jacoby Hetty with the fadeaway 3. Buries that one. And now we got the basketball coming right at us here. Nice hustle there. Jameer Fraley going after that one. Tipped it right there into the booth with us. Prosper with it for the Blue Devils at the point. Now to Phillips. Phillips over to Xavion Jackson. Jackson, right side over to Phillips. Back down to Petty. Petty puts a shot up from 18 on the wing as the shot clock's winding down to drop that one through nothing but net. Beautiful shot there by Jalen Petty. Clay goes up, blocked by Dawson. Goes out of bounds. Wabash will keep it underneath their own basket. Inbound pass all the way up top to Fraley. Fraley now over to Clay. Now we're going to have a whistle and a foul underneath. It's going to go against the Blue Devils. Manuel Prosper, first personal. Team 7th, and that'll put Wabash in the bonus. Jacoby Hetty to shoot the bonus, 1-1. First one is good. And he makes that one. Blue Devils get it across. Prosper. 4 minutes to go here in the first half. Petty to Phillips. Underneath to Jackson. Jackson, turnaround jumper from the left baseline up, no good. Madison with the rebound. Clay brings it across half court. Over to Hetty now. Hetty, bounce pass underneath to Razor Moore. His shot up, no good. Battle underneath for the rebound, tipped away. Dawson comes up with it. Dawson to Petty. Back to Prosper. Manuel Prosper. Bounce pass underneath to Jackson. Jackson's shot, no good. Battle still underneath for the rebound. We got a player down. And it's going to go out of bounds. Last touch by Blue Devils. Jameer Fraley was the one knocked to the ground, but he gets back up. Tim Taiwo. Back into the game. Hetty, left side to Razor Moore. Razor Moore back out to Clay. Clay dribbles down to the baseline. Pull up jumper. That one's going to be short off the front of the iron. Phillips comes down with the rebound. Phillips pass to Petty. Taken away, and now we got a whistle and a timeout from the bench by Brian Hancock.
30-second timeout. Blue Devils, sponsored by.
Take a look at some of our corporate sponsors again. Lee's Sporting Goods, downtown Nashville. For all your sporting good needs, give them a call at 618-327-8866. Magna Exteriors, part of Nascote Industries, also located down in Nashville. State Farm Insurance, Jack Graham, agent, 426 West Broadway, Centralia, Illinois. 618-533-2757. Give Jack a call there. Beat Kaskaskia ball as we come out from the timeout. Inbounds pass. Taiwo with the travel. Under pressure. Clay will bring it across half court to the right side. Over to Razor Moore, to Fraley, to Hetty, to Madison. Back to Clay, driving into the paint. Blocked by Dawson, got his own rebound, put back up, no good. Loose ball underneath, still loose, bodies on the floor. Looks like it is Fraley coming up with it, and looks like we're gonna get a timeout. Timeout called by Wabash as they battled for the ball. (36-25). Be Wabash basketball underneath their own basket to our right. Looking for the inbound pass. They get it in. Oh, and it breaks apart, and right there, Tremere Fraley wide open in the middle of the paint and lays it up and in for two. Taiwo gets it across half court. Over to Emmanuel Prosper, and they're going to call him for the travel. So he takes it through the lane. Substitution in the game for the Warriors, Deshaun Nettles checking back in for Malik Madison. Clay driving into the paint, loses a handle on it. Oh, there we go, the official caught it. Calling for the travel. Donovan Jones checking back in for Gary Clay. Petty over to Phillips. Phillips hands it back to Petty, now up top to Taiwo. Taiwo back over to Phillips. To Dawson. Dawson back to Taiwo. Taiwo into the paint. Got around the defenders, off the glass, no good. And a rebound by Razor Moore. Razor Moore, his outlet pass, stolen by Prosper. Now we're gonna say, got a whistle stop, and ball goes out of bounds. Prosper with the steal, and then Steps out of bounds. That's how close it was to the sideline. Inbounds pass to Jones. Jones bringing it across. Working against Phillips. Right side over to Nettles. Nettles in the paint, kicks it back out up top to Hetty. Hetty gonna drive down the left side of the lane, and it can't, rolls around the rim and doesn't fall. Dawson with the rebound. Dawson out to Taiwu. Taiwu right side. Over to Petty. Petty back up top to Taiwu. Now to Dawson. Back to Taiwu. Taiwu to Prosper. Prosper for three, partially blocked there. Looked like they got a hand on it. Nettles comes up with the rebound. Nettles to Hetty. Hetty on the right wing. 25 seconds to go. Shot up, no good. Rebound with the putback there is Nettles. 15 seconds to go, 36-29, KC on top, Petty. Back to Taiwu, down to 5, Taiwu kicks it out to Petty. Petty can't get the shot off, it goes out of bounds. It'll be Wabash ball with 7/10 of a second to go. So maybe one step in it. Catch and release and no good. First half in the books. KC 36, Wabash 29. We're going to take a break. We'll be back with second half action here in just a little bit.
All good here? 15.
All fans, for your halftime entertainment, please welcome.
Now more than ever, community colleges play a critical role in our nation's economy and society. In addition to providing the most flexible, accessible, and affordable option in higher education, community colleges are the smart option for students to make their career dreams a reality.
If you look nationwide, The majority of the students who have the opportunity in the United States to go to college, 2/3 of them start off at a community college. The affordability, the accessibility, community colleges really are one of the only opportunities for several areas throughout the United States. A lot of individuals don't have that potential to go to a four-year university right out of high school. Either they don't have the finances, they don't have the transportation, or they just don't have the support at home, whereas community colleges can fill that void.
I think our community college system here in Illinois is a cornerstone of our higher education. It provides a career path for young folks and adults that are looking to set themselves in a position in life where they can move forward, provide for a family, and have a successful career. But it also provides someone a stepping stone into higher education, into a four-year university. And so there's flexibility at the community college level that you don't see everywhere else.
Established in 1940 and located in South Central Illinois, Kaskaskia College is a world-class institution of higher education. KC provides a supportive and transformative environment that prepares graduates to meet the critical needs of its region's workforce or seamless transition to a four-year university.
Everybody's someone at KC, and we follow through with that every day. You see it from the relationship we have from our staff and our faculty internally amongst each other. We really are a family here. One of the major things that we feel is very attractive to the institution is that personal touch. You're not just a number. We're going to know your name when you walk up and down the hallways. We have an individual that's assigned to you from the time you start to the time you finish. Most of the time it's one of your faculty members. Very few programs that we have here have more than one or two faculty members. So they're going to know you from day one to the time that you get that diploma on stage. So it's that personal touch that we take pride in. Also the affordability, but also our completion rates. 85% of our students who enroll in a two-year degree will complete on time. And you add that into their career plans and the affordability option, it's a no-brainer. It's the smart decision.
With more than 100 degree and certificate options, Kaskaskia College can set you on the path for a great future. KC's programs offer you the focused attention and hands-on training you want, along with state-of-the-art resources and career-building opportunities needed to meet the demands of this rapidly changing world.
Being from a small town in rural southern Illinois, I was really looking for a needle in a haystack, and I was able to find that needle here at Kaskaskia College. Taking full advantage of the networking that Kaskaskia did with other universities, I was able to take advantage of the 2 + 2 = a bachelor's degree. So when I graduated with my associates in applied sciences and concentration in radiologic technology here at Kaskaskia, I was able to go into Washington University School of Medicine and Allied Health for a concentration in radiation therapy in my bachelor's degree. I would further advance my clinical track in stereotactic radiosurgery under the supervision of a physician, and then later on go into my master's in business administration at Edwardsville, Illinois, Southern Illinois University. I would recommend Kaskaskia College because it is high quality education at a great value. Where else can you go where you've got faculty and administrators that truly care? The students aren't another number. They're actually humans that they're mentoring for the workforce or for the next level of their academic journey.
The value of a community college education cannot be overstated, and because a Kaskaskia College education is a fraction of the cost of most four-year higher education institutions, KC graduates receive a lifetime of learning, not a lifetime of debt.
What drew me to Kaskaskia was the location was very important. The small class sizes and the sense of family was very important for me. And I do know in my meetings with the faculty, especially the admissions counselors, they were extremely helpful. I got the sense that they truly wanted what was best for me. Having been here for a year, I do feel that the sense of family that you get at Kaskaskia College is something that cannot be overlooked, because I don't feel that you would get that at a larger university. Kaskaskia College has been perfect in the logical sequence of steps from high school to your end goal of a career.
Kaskaskia College and area employers work together to ensure the skills students are learning are the skills they need to succeed in the workplace. Today's employers are looking for determined, career-minded employees with the ability to hit the ground running with real-world skills.
Kaskaskia College itself is the best in the state as far as I'm concerned. It truly is. If you look at the articulation agreements they've arranged with other universities, if you look at the things that they've done in terms of retention, affordability, and success of graduates, Kaskaskia College has done a phenomenal job, and I think it's a flagship for our community college system here in Illinois.
As a Kaskaskia College graduate, I think that every student in our district and beyond should take the opportunity to at least come and visit us. Because Kaskaskia College, everyone is someone. We believe that. From the relationships we have with our staff and faculty, but also relationships our staff and faculty have with our students. We are very, very integrated into the community, and we care. We care about our community members and our students. We're going to be part of your life from the first day you walk in the door to the day we hand you your diploma, and also when you come back in as an alumni. We take a large amount of pride in who we are. One of our mottos is everyone is someone, and we live by that.
For more information or to schedule a visit kaskaskia.edu or call 800-642-0859. Now more than ever, community colleges play a critical role in our nation's economy and society. In addition to providing the most flexible, accessible, and affordable option in higher education, community colleges are the smart option for students to make their career dreams a reality.
If you look nationwide, the majority of the students who have the opportunity in the United States to go to college, 2/3 of them start off at a community college. The affordability, the accessibility, community colleges really are one of the only opportunities for several areas throughout the United States. A lot of individuals don't have that potential to go to a four-year university right out of high school. Either they don't have the finances, they don't have the transportation, or they just don't have the support at home, whereas community colleges can fill that void.
I think our community college system here in Illinois is a cornerstone of our higher education. It provides a career path for young folks and adults that are looking to set themselves in a position in life where they can move forward, provide for a family, and have a successful career. But it also provides someone a stepping stone into higher education, into a four-year university. And so there's flexibility at the community college level that you don't see everywhere else.
Established in 1940 and located in South Central Illinois, Kaskaskia College is a world-class institution of higher education. KC provides a supportive and transformative environment that prepares graduates to meet the critical needs of its region's workforce or seamless transition to a four-year university.
Everybody's someone at KC, and we follow through with that every day. You see it from the relationship we have from our staff and our faculty internally amongst each other. We really are a family here. One of the major things that we feel is very attractive to the institution is that personal touch. You're not just a number. We're going to know your name when you walk up and down the hallways. We have an individual that's assigned to you from the time you start to the time you finish. Most of the time it's one of your faculty members. Very few programs that we have here have more than one or two faculty members. So they're going to know you from day one to the time that you get that diploma on stage. So it's that personal touch that we take pride in. Also the affordability, but also our completion rates. 85% of our students who enroll in a two-year degree will complete on time. And you add that into their career plans and the affordability option, it's a no-brainer. It's the smart decision.
With more than 100 degree and certificate options, Kaskaskia College can set you on the path for a great future. KC's programs offer you the focused attention and hands-on training you want, along with state-of-the-art resources and career-building opportunities needed to meet the demands of this rapidly changing world.
Being from a small town in rural southern Illinois, I was really looking for a needle in a haystack, and I was able to find that needle here at Kaskaskia College. Taking full advantage of the networking that Kaskaskia did with other universities, I was able to take advantage of the 2 + 2 = a bachelor's degree. So when I graduated my associates in applied sciences and concentration in radiologic technology here at Kaskaskia, I was able to go into Washington University School of Medicine and Allied Health for a concentration in radiation therapy in my bachelor's degree. I would further advance my clinical track in stereotactic radiosurgery under the supervision of a physician, and then later on go into my master's in business administration at Edwardsville, Illinois, Southern Illinois University. I would recommend Kaskaskia College because it is high quality education at a great value. Where else can you go where you've got faculty and administrators that truly care? The students aren't another number. They're actually humans that they're mentoring for the workforce or for the next level of their academic journey.
The value of a community college education cannot be overstated, and because a Kaskaskia College education is a fraction of the cost of most four-year higher education institutions, KC graduates receive a lifetime of learning, not a lifetime of debt.
What drew me to Kaskaskia was the location was very important. The small class sizes and the sense of family was very important for me. And I do know in my meetings with the faculty, especially the admissions counselors, they were extremely helpful. I got the sense that they truly wanted what was best for me. Having been here for a year, I do feel that the sense of family that you get at Kaskaskia College is something that cannot be overlooked, because I don't feel that you would get that at a larger university. Kaskaskia College has been perfect in the logical sequence of steps from high school to your end goal of a career.
Kaskaskia College and area employers work together to ensure the skills students are learning are the skills they need to succeed in the workplace. Today's employers are looking for determined, career-minded employees with the ability to hit the ground running with real-world skills.
Kaskaskia.
And welcome back to Kaskaskia College. Marty DeCamper here with you, courtside, as the Blue Devils leading 36-29 as we begin second half play over here over Wabash Valley. Both teams going to go with their original starting five. It'll be Prosper, Petty, Jones, Jackson, and Jenkins for the Blue Devils, and for the Warriors it'll be Clay, Hetty, Razor Moore, Trice, and Casey. Warriors start with the basketball. Razor Moore inside to Casey. Casey backing his way in. Can't get that one to go. Trice with the rebound and the putback for Wabash. Full court pressure. Petty gets it over to Prosper. Prosper got some room. Gonna take it straight to the hole. His shot no good, but Xavier Jackson there to tip it up and in for the bucket. Razor Moore with it. Guarded by Jackson. Now over to Hetty. Back out to Casey. To Razor Moore. Drives into traffic. Shot from the right baseline there by Clay. No good. Jackson with the rebound for the Blue Devils. Jackson gonna take it coast to coast and has the ball tied up on his way to the basket. That's going to be a foul against Wabash Valley. That's going to go against number 32, Trayton Trice. First personal. First team, Xavier Jackson at the free throw line for the Blue Devils. Jackson, 62% free throw shooter, makes the first one. 1 minute gone by here in the second half. And Jackson makes that one. Back up to a 9-point lead. Clay with it. Working against J.R. Jones. Now back up top to Hetty. Hetty driving into the paint. Picks his dribble up, forces a shot, and we're going to have a whistle and a foul. Going to go against Caleb Jenkins. That'll be his third personal. First team foul here in the second half. Jacoby Hetty at the free throw line, puts the first one up and in. Jacoby Hetty had 13 points at halftime. That one's in and out, no good. Jenkins with the rebound. J.R. Jones will bring it across half court. Left side to Jackson. Jackson has his pocket picked. Clay with it. Clay shot up, no good. Defended there by Xavion Jackson after he had the ball stolen away from him, and Jackson gonna pick up the foul. Xavion Jackson, first personal, second team foul. Gary Clay will go to the free throw line. First one is up and in. Clay's second free throw. That is no good. Jenkins with the rebound for the Blue Devils. Jackson, or Jones with it, up top to Petty. Now back over to Jones. Left side over to Petty. Petty dribbles around the screen of Jenkins. Now back out top, over to Jackson. Jackson pull up from the right elbow is good. 42-33. Clay working across half court. Now hands it off over to Hetty. Hetty to Razor Moore. Razor Moore loses his handle on it. Oh, almost moved that foot and could have got called for a travel there. To Hetty, into the lane, turnaround jumper. That one's going to be short. There for the rebound was Clay. He can't get it, but Kayshawn Casey there to pick up the trash and take it out. 42-35. Jenkins, left side for three, no good. Got his own rebound, fouls it up. Oh, and partially blocked there by Jacoby Hetty. Wabash. Oh. Gary Clay driving to the basket and had his foot slip out from underneath of him, and J.R. Jones takes the outlet pass and takes it to the hole. (44-35). Hetty with it on the right side. Up top to Clay. Inside to Casey. Three-point attempt by Razor Moore. Brandon Razor Moore for three. Jackson. Little stutter step. Oh, and he puts it up and in. Xavion Jackson with the basket. 46-38. Deshaun Nettles coming to the scorer's table to check in for Wabash. Razor Moore, right side over to Clay. Back down to Razor Moore for three, in and out, no good. Petty with the rebound for the Blue Devils. He'll hand it off to Jones. Jones will bring it across half court, right side. Over to Jackson, back over to Jones. Prosper dribbles down the right side of the lane, kicks it inside to Jenkins, and Jenkins takes it and lays it up and in. 10-point lead now for the Blue Devils. Clay to Hetty. Back to Clay. Clay from the top of the key for three, count it. Comes around the screen, he takes it. Manuel Prosper. Prosper dribbles down right side over to Jenkins. Jenkins underneath to Jones. Jones goes up and that one's blocked and it goes out of bounds. Deshaun Nettles checking into the game. Kayshawn Casey. comes out for a breather. Blue Devils will inbound underneath their own basket. Bounce pass underneath was intended for Petty, and it goes off the foot. Jacoby Hetty. Blue Devils will inbound from the baseline. Get it to Jenkins. Jenkins to Jones. Jones back up top to Prosper. Manuel Prosper to the right side into the game. And he lays it up off the glass. Good for two as the shot clock was running down. Emmanuel Prosper, 50-41. Clay bringing it across half court. Clay down into the paint. He loses a handle on it, and they're going to say he goes out of bounds off of the Blue Devils. So Wabash will keep it underneath their own basket here to my left. Hetty to inbound. It gets it all the way up top to Clay. Clay dribbles around the screen. Now picked up by Jones. Right side over to Hetty. Back to Clay, inside to Trice. Trice loses a handle on it. Loose ball on the floor. Picked up by Prosper. He's going to dribble out of traffic. Oh, and he collides with Gary Clay. Now we're going to have a whistle and a foul on Clay. That'll be Clay's third personal, second team foul, and immediate timeout. We're going to take a break. We'll be back. .52 here to go in the second half. Blue Devils with a 9-point lead over the Wabash Valley Warriors. They inbounded right here just in front of me. J.R. Jones will bring it across half court. Jones to Jenkins. Jenkins to Petty. Petty around the screen. That one's too strong. And Simon Wilson, who checked in at the timeout for Wabash, comes up with the rebound. Hetty with it. Hetty pulls up right elbow. That one's too strong. Ball tipped around. Nettles with the rebound. Nettles with the putback and the foul. And that one's going to go against Caleb Jenkins, and that's going to be his fourth. Third team foul. Substitution into the game. Ezric Dawson's going to come in. Nettles at the free throw line, finishes the three-point play, 50-44. Petty takes it on the low block, spins around the defender and puts it up off the glass for two. Jalen Petty led all Blue Devils in scoring with 11 in the first half. Hetty brings it across half court. Gets it down over to Nettles. Nettles Going to call him for the travel. Now he's trying to plead his case to the official, asking what he did. Jones will bring it across, half court, right side. Over to Jackson. Underneath to Dawson, up top to Petty. Petty working against Simon. Spin move from the free throw line is good. Jalen Petty. Full pressure, a little pressure by the Blue Devils, bringing it up. Petty from the right side of the lane, no good. Nettles tips the rebound to him, back out to Simon. Simon for three from deep. Count that one. Simon Wilson. Jackson dribbles to the left side, takes it straight to the hole, can't get it. Dawson was there, grabbing the rebound. We're gonna have a whistle and a foul. That's gonna go against Brandon Razor Moore, his second, team third. Ezric Dawson. At the free throw line to shoot two, and that first one's too short. Substitution in the game, Tremere Fraley checking in. Fraley, a redshirt freshman. (55-47). Jones. Right side over to Razor Moore. They get it down to Nettles. Nettles spin move. That one's short in there, battling back up for the rebound. And it's going to go out of bounds, this time off of Fraley of Wabash. It'll be Illinois, it'll be KC basketball. Petty to Prosper. Prosper gets it across the timeline. Kicks it out left side to Jackson. Jackson down the left baseline. Turns around, comes back out to Prosper. Prosper, he's going to take it in. Reverse layup up, no good. Ball tipped around. Jackson comes up with it. Jackson back to Dawson. Dawson goes up, and a whistle and a foul. Tremere Fraley picking up the foul, his first, team fourth. Ezric Dawson going to go back to the free throw line to shoot two. And he makes the first one. And the second one rolls around the rim and falls through. Back up to a 10-point lead for the Blue Devils. Nettles with it. Right side over to Wilson. Wilson on the dribble around the screen. Wilson, long three again. That one's a little too hard, and pulling down the rebound is Prosper. Prosper to Jackson. Jackson will bring it across half court. Now hands it back over to J.R. Jones. Jones to Petty. Petty for three from the corner, count it. 60-13, a 13-point lead. Now the coach from Wabash calls timeout, a 30-second timeout. As the Blue Devils take a 13-point lead. They're going to take a full timeout, 60 seconds, so we're going to take a break. Blue Devils lead by 13 as we come back out in the media timeout. Wabash will have the basketball. They'll inbound right here to my left. Inbounds pass to Razor Moore. He hands it off to Wilson. Wilson back over to Hetty. Hetty on the dribble. Through the traffic. And we're going to have a whistle and a foul on the floor, they're going to say. Against the Blue Devils. That's going to go against Emmanuel Prosper. Second personal, 14 foul. Wabash will inbound underneath their own basket. Here to the left. Inbound pass. Get it to Hetty. Hetty dribbles back out to the point. Left side over to Razor Moore. Down to Wilson. Wilson inside to Fraley. Fraley, turnaround jumper, spins around and no good. And Dawson there to pick up the rebound. Jackson, now to J.R. Jones. Jones, right side to Petty. 10 on the shot clock underneath to Dawson. Dawson working against Fraley, backs him away and puts it up off the glass for 2. 62-47, 15 points, the largest lead of the game. Wilson with it. Bounce pass underneath to Nettles. Nettles working his way against Dawson. Pump fake, got him off the ground and then puts it back up and in off the glass for 2. Beautiful move there by Deshaun Nettles. Jackson takes it away. Bounce pass at the last minute to Dawson. He puts it home with a two-handed dunk. We'll give Jackson the assist on that one. 64-19. 64-49. Razor Moore, bounce pass underneath. Got it up to Fraley. His shot, no good. Jackson with the rebound. Jackson. Left side over to Prosper. Emmanuel Prosper. Loses the handle on it. Now Nettles trying to throw it up to Hetty, but that one's intercepted by Jackson. Now back to Prosper. Prosper to Petty. Petty was open, but they quickly got out to defend him. Back up top to Prosper. 15 on the shot clock. Prosper is going to take it down the right side of the lane. Floater off the glass. Count it and the foul. Foul's going to go against Simon Wilson. First personal, 15 foul. Substitutions into the game. Gary Clay checking back in, as well as Malik Madison and Kayshawn Casey for Wabash. Emmanuel Prosper will go to the free throw line. Finish the old-fashioned three-point play. Can't get it to drop. A little too strong there. Casey with the rebound. Clay driving into traffic, loses the handle on it, still loose on the ground. Finally coming up with it is Malik Madison. Count the bucket and the foul. Foul is going to go against J.R. Jones. Malik Madison will go to the free throw line. Third personal on Jones for the Blue Devils. 5 team fouls aside for both teams now. He misses the free throw. Petty with the rebound. Petty out to Jackson. Jackson now over to Jones. Jones will set it back out. 66-51. Blue Devils on top. Jones. Bounce pass inside to Dawson. Dawson working against Casey. Backs him down, and we're going to have a whistle and a foul against Casey. Kayshawn Casey. First personal, 16 foul. They're going to call that on the shot, it looks like. Ezric Dawson will go to the free throw line. Dawson averaging a little over 11 points a game. Count that one. Shooting right at 47% from the free throw line coming into today. Had a good second half here. And that one is good. 68-51. Clay, left side, over to Razor Moore. Underneath to Casey. Casey hitting Madison, cutting down the lane, and it went right through his hands and off his chest. Petty, over to Prosper. Prosper on the right wing. Back to Jones, back down to Prosper. Just over 7 minutes to go in the ballgame. To Dawson. Dawson trying to get it to Petty. Razor Moore with the steal and the dunk. Jones working against the press. And we're going to have a kickball against Wabash. Inbounds pass. Goes to Jackson. Jackson takes it to the hole, lays it high off the glass. That one's good. Xavion Jackson. Clay driving down the lane, shot up, no good. Prosper with the long rebound. Prosper underneath to Xavion Jackson. Oh, he misses it, but ball tips out and Jones picks it back up. Jones out to Petty. Petty into the lane. He tries to force it down underneath. That one's no good. Razor Moore. Sidestep, lay it up off the glass for two. 15-point lead. 6 minutes to go. Jackson, spin move into the paint. Pump fake, that one's up, no good. And the rebound picked up there by Razor Moore. Razor Moore now to Clay. Clay working around the screen. Bounce pass inside to Casey. Casey working against Dawson. Shot up, no good. Prosper comes in, tips the ball loose, and now we got a whistle. Petty tipped it. Now Prosper comes up with it. Substitution in the game. Tim Taiwo. Foul is on the Warriors. Kayshawn Casey. Second personal. Deshaun Nettles checking back into the game. Tim Taiwo into the game for the Blue Devils. Emmanuel Prosper at the free throw line shooting the one in bonus. And that's good. Second free throw is good. 72-55. Blue Devils on top. Clay loses a handle on it. Goes out of bounds. It'll be Blue Devil ball, though, inbound across from us. Jones to Taiwo. To Prosper. Prosper down the left side of the lane, picks it up, now picks it back out up top. Over to Taiwo. 11 seconds, Taiwo. He's gonna take it to the hole, nice little reverse, backhanded layup. Took it all the way to the hole on the left and laid it back up and in with his right hand. Clay, cross half court, dumps underneath to Nettles. Nettles in traffic, and we're gonna have a whistle and a foul on the floor. A foul's gonna go against Jalen Petty. Inbounds pass, bar the Warriors underneath their own basket. Clay with it at the point. Underneath, they get underneath the Nettles. Nice little dump pass underneath to Deshaun Nettles. Jones gets it across half court. They'll reset the offense. Over to Tywell. Tywell down to Jones. 8 on the shot clock. Down to 7 to Petty. Petty. Supposed to cut. Thought he had Tywell there, but Tywell was cutting. Everybody thought Petty was going to put the shot up, and he didn't. Now we got a substitution into the game. Caleb Jenkins checking back in. He's got 4 fouls on him. Clay brings it across half court, working against Tywell. Now over to Trice. Trice out to Hetty. Hetty on the dribble, working against Tywell now. And now we got a whistle and a foul, and they're going to call hand checking on Tywell. It'll be his first personal 17 foul, so both teams now in the bonus. Going to send Jacoby Hetty to the free throw line. Hetty makes the first one. Makes them both, 74-59. Full court pressure. Prosper gets it across half court. Prosper taking it, lays it up off the glass. Oh, and he got the finger roll. Beautiful, beautiful move by Emmanuel Prosper. 76-59. Hetty into traffic, has it taken away. Jones on the run for the Blue Devils. Little spin move. He loses a handle on it, and coming up with it is Clay. Clay throws it out over to Nettles. Nettles lays it off the glass. He can't get it, but there with the follow-up is Jacoby Hetty to dunk it home. 76-61. Tywell over to Jones, and Jones working under pressure. We're going to have a whistle and a foul. Foul's going to go against Jacoby Hetty. That'll be his first personal. 8th team foul. J.R. Jones will go to the free throw line. Jones. At the free throw line for the first time today. Shooting right at 80% from the charity stripe on the season, and that one's good. Jones will toe the stripe one more time. And he makes them both. And timeout by Kaskaskia. They lead 78-61. We'll be right back. 3:03 to go here in this ball game. Blue Devils leading 78-61. Gary Clay will bring it up the court, working against the defensive pressure. J.R. Jones. Clay to Trice. Right side over to Hetty. Hetty back to Clay. Clay dumps it off to Hetty. Loose ball, battle for it on the flow. Picked up, Taiwu comes up with it as J.R. Jones tips it to him. Now Taiwu brings it up across half court over to the left wing. Down to Jones. Jones to Taiwu. Now back over to Jones. Looking inside to Dawson. Ezric Dawson battles inside, lays it up off the glass for two. Ezric Dawson having himself a very good second half. 80-61. Razor Moore for three from the right baseline is good. 80-64. J.R. Jones dribbles through the traffic. Step sides through the defenders, now over to Taiwo. Taiwo back out to Jones. Jones a little floater off the glass, good for two. Nice little touch. 82-64. Hetty with it on the right wing. Hetty working against Prosper, out to Razor Moore. Taiwo on defense, kicks it out right side to Clay. Clay, three with Jones right in his face, puts it down. Jenkins, he's gonna bring it up across half court. Jenkins has the ball tipped out from behind. Gary Clay right on his tail. And we're gonna have a substitution. Tyrone Smith will check back in, and Marcellus Phillips into the contest for the Blue Devils. Under a minute to go. Blue Devils ball. Phillips will inbound underneath the basket to our right. Over to Taiwo. Taiwo down to Phillips. Into Jenkins. Jenkins in the paint. Shot up, no good. Nettles with the rebound. 40 seconds to go in this one. Clay with it. Pull up for three, count it. 82-70. Taiwu trying to get it across half court. And he dribbles into traffic and he goes out of bounds off of Wabash, so it'll be Blue Devils ball. They'll inbound directly across from me. Inbounds pass to J.R. Jones, working there against Gary Clay. Clay will pick up his fourth personal, ninth team foul, and that'll put J.R. Jones at the free throw line. J.R. Jones will toe the stripe one more time. 21 seconds to go in here, in this one. And Jones makes that one. And he sinks them both. Inbounds pass to Clay. Clay. Now we got a whistle and a foul. Gonna go against J.R. Jones, his fourth. And that's gonna send Gary Clay to the free throw line. 16 seconds to go. And he makes the first one. And the second one is good. 84-72. Inbounds pass. Tyrone Smith to Taiwu. Up to J.R. Jones. Jones is going to dribble it out. 6 seconds to go. 2 seconds, and there it is. That's a win for the Blue Devils, 84-72. KC improves to 11-5 on the season as they head into Christmas break. And their next game will be Monday, January 16th, I believe. Next home game. Sorry. Their next game, they will return to action after the Christmas break on January 10th at Blackburn College. They return back home Monday, January 16th. That'll be our next broadcast. That's going to do it for us. For everybody here at Kaskaskia College, Marty DeCamper saying Merry Christmas, Happy New Year from Kaskaskia College. Talk to everybody later.